passport repairs. That's not for everyone. This kind of a system is expensive and time consuming, but if you can put that off, it's a very rewarding process. With a passport system, you have travel all time. With travel or volume. And yes, people are using travel as passport. I prefer to use silent since you can use one as a passport in the system because the travel compound won't adhere to it really well. We are going to modify this trim tag architectural repair plan. This will replicate another trim tag product called the architectural C-section pane, which will not be available locally. This will allow the pane to stand beyond the plywood, so this is our example here. Typically, you want to repair to be the same type as the drywall. For this particular project, we use half-inch drywall. So we picked up half-inch wood and even though the local supply store did not have half-inch solid wood in every length in stock, we went with standing hardwood, plywood. The best point here is being better in order to receive unbounded guides. Don't have to travel. Have already been guide to accommodate the passport. Traditionally, the travel is usually most closer to the floor and not to base applied over the travel. There is time to modify the pin by cutting away the bottom portion. The cut that needs to be perfect as long as the inside of the repair sits behind the passport as seen here. So look closely. We start the half-inch piece of wood between the passport and the repair pin to keep the noise and dot while they are not in place. This will ensure an even gap between the two odd wire cords. The passport is now finished down to the fabric behind it. This firewall corner pin near the lower right corner zone here, say behind the repair pin. There is probably more than one way to do this, but this button seems to work well without any issues. Here is the complete passport with the rough coated firewall compound over the repair pin. It would have been ideal to use a single piece of wood that spans the length of the wall, but that is the passport will look seamless once the source are filled with wood filler and painted the same color as the walls. Once again, they require more elaborate materials, but I'm glad we did it because it will give the place that clean, similar look. Here what it looks like with a couple more coats of drywall compound. It will need at least another coat or two before we can prep for bed. I hope you got your best from this that I did. Thank you for watching.